everyone, I am Nomita from Learning Academy. I welcome you for today's video titled When Literal Translations Go Funny. But before moving to the actual video, let me thank all of you for watching my earlier videos, liking them, sharing them and also commenting upon them. And most importantly, thank you for subscribing my channel. It means a lot to me. Continue doing so. Yes, now it's time to move towards today's video titled When Literal Translations Go Funny. How? Let's watch. Hello. When literal translations go funny. Yes, translation. Especially when we speak or write English, our mother tongue often interferes, creating funny and weird examples, such as, let us have a look at. The first category is when we translate certain Hindi sentences into English. Here is what we get. But before we move to actual sentences, let us have something funny to begin with. You all are so well versed with these Hindi film dialogue, that is तारीख पे तारीख, तारीख पे तारीख, तारीख पे तारीख, तारीख पे तारीख मिलती रही है, लेकिन इंसाफ नहीं मिला, my lord, इंसाफ नहीं मिला. Let us imagine if the same dialogue is translated literally into English, how funny would it be? We have been getting dates on dates, dates on dates, dates on dates, my lord, but no justice. Another dialogue of the same actor from the same film. जब ये 2.5 किलो का हाथ किस पे पड़ता है ना, तो आदमी उठता नहीं, उठ जाता है. If you translate the same, here is what you get. When this 2.5 kg hand falls on a man, he doesn't rise, he dies. I know you all are enjoying this literal translation. However, if we do this often, we are definitely going to speak wrong English. So let us not do all that, and therefore I am giving you certain examples which you may not even know that they were wrong all these years. The first question in Hindi, we normally when we meet people we ask is, आपका शुभ नाम क्या है? And if we translate the same, which we often have done, that is, what is your good name? My dear learners of English, this is a wrong way of asking, because there is nothing like good name or bad name when you are asking anyone his or her name. You simply have to ask like, what is your name? So remember, this is a wrong sentence in English. The next one is a simple sentence in Hindi. मैं एक आम आदमी हूँ. I'm a common man. If you translate the same, very funnily it gives the literal meaning, I am a mango man. मैं दिल्ली में रहता हूँ. I've often seen people saying this in English like, I am living in Delhi, which is wrong. In fact, you have to say, I live in Delhi. So this is the correct expression. मुझे अंग्रेजी आती है. And I have also heard people saying, English comes to me, rather than saying, I know English. A very colloquial, a day-to-day dialogue of Hindi speakers. हाँ चलिए मैं आती हूँ. And people literally translate the same way as, yes, go, I will come. Haven't you all heard of? I know you all have, which is definitely wrong. Now over here, in our mother tongue, either Marathi or Hindi, we have a habit of repeating certain words. The same way yes is translated, which is definitely a negative way of translating. Another similar pattern is मैं जल्दी जल्दी चल रही थी. And people say, I was walking fast. We have often heard people saying so. I was walking fast. This is the correct expression, rather than repeating the particular word fast. I've often heard people asking me like this, आपका नाम नोमिता है ना? Or in Marathi, तुझं नाम नोमिता है ना? And the same way people say in English also, your name is Nomita, no? My dear learners of English, this is the very wrong way of asking. The last word na is equally translated into no. So they say the sentence as if it is a question, they say the sentence and they add the word no towards the end of the sentence, which is a wrong way of translating literally. ये ट्रेन मुंबई जाएगी ना? Someone is pointing out to a particular train and asking the other person on the railway platform, saying that ये ट्रेन मुंबई जाएगी ना? Asking, but again in the sentence format. And the same way people translate in English, this train will go to Mumbai, no? Another wrong, similar example. मैंने बोला था ना? Don't you think people say that in Hindi? Yes. मी सांगितलं होतं ना? In Marathi too the same. And in English too the way they speak is same. I told you no. Don't you think you have heard this sentence often? Yes, colloquially, informally, when we talk to people, we have heard people speaking like this, which is a total wrong example. A funny way, definitely. मैंने मेरी आँखों से देखा, मी माझ्या डोळ्यांनी बघितलं. And in English, oh wow, I saw it happening with my own two eyes. How funny. I know definitely it is a very funny way to ask, and actually you want to say that I saw it happening in front of me. But when it is literally translated like I saw it happening with my own eyes, it goes wrong definitely. मेरा मजाक मत उड़ाओ. Do not fly my joke. यहाँ तुम्हारी दादागिरी नहीं चलेगी. People do this when they are giving a warning kind of, and the same way if at all they translate literally, how funny the expression is, how funny the sentence is. Yes, your grandfathership will not work here. I think the entire quarrel will definitely turn into laughter if you say this, definitely. मेरा ताल्लुक हरिद्वार से है. See how the funny expression goes. My connection is with Green Gate. Even the proper noun is translated. Definitely funny, isn't it? How weird are we into speaking like this? All these expressions, let me tell you, they are taken from certain short stories or they are taken from certain live examples that I have heard people speaking. वो मेरी नवासी है. Navasi meaning? Yes, granddaughter. But Navasi, another meaning is, yes, she is my 89. Wow, this is the Mumbai local train dialogue. तेरे बाप का क्या जाता है? Often I have heard in the Mumbai local trains people saying that, uttering it, तुझ्या बापाचं काय जातं? And the same translation I have found in one of the short stories. In this it was given like, what goes off your father? Just imagine a foreigner reading the same short story and coming out with a conclusion thinking that what actually goes off your father. He will keep thinking and thinking and thinking. Again, another example of literal translation, thinking and thinking and thinking. All is wrong. Now let us move on to certain Marathi into English translations, certain Merlish translations. खूप दिवसात भेटलो नाही. This is a way when two people they meet after a long time, they do ask like this, खूप दिवसात भेटलो नाही. But if at all they are trying to speak the same by translating literally in English, long time no see. Yeah, I've heard two students saying this also, long time no see. Oh, how funny. I shapat, a very typical way of swearing yourself by either you say God promise or you say mother promise. Wrong. Another way when we speak in Marathi or Hindi, we try to have rhyming words. For example, मला chocolate बिकलेट आवडत नाही. So the word chocolate has a rhyming word. Another word which doesn't exist in Marathi at all, but we are adding it into chane vane, chocolate biclet, khana vana, similarly. So, when it is translated in English, it can be, I don't like chocolate chocolate. Now, over here, even the rhyming is translated not chocolate biclet but chocolate chocolate. So, this is a typical literal example of translation which is definitely wrong and funny. तुला कळतंय का? Are you understanding it? Now, this dialogue mainly belongs to teachers. All teachers like me have been using this particular dialogue in our classroom, and wherein we are asking our students on and off while teaching that, are you understanding it? Which is wrong. The correct English usage of this sentence is, do you understand it? But normally we say this, which is a wrong sentence in English, a question in English. मी ओळखते त्याला खूप चांगलं. I know him very well actually. However, the exact tense, if it is translated, it goes in such a wrong way, that is, I am knowing him very well. A wrong expression. तो तसाच आहे. He is like that only. No, he is the same actual sentence. ही माझी सख्खी बहीण आहे. We say that in Marathi. ये मेरी सगी बहन है. We say that in Hindi too. But if at all we translate the same in English, we often have found people saying this. She is my real sister. There is nothing like real sister and unreal sister, my people, and therefore this is a wrong sentence again. She is my sister is the correct expression. अंगावर काटा आला ऐकून. We say that, when you get goosebumps, you say that. But I have heard people translating like this. I have got thorns on my body. My goodness, after listening to this and saying this, I really have got thorns on my body as if. कृपया एका ताटात दोन व्यक्ती बसू नये. A typical Puneri party, a typical plate, a board, that you cannot share a particular plate between two people. However, that same thing is translated like, please don't share two persons in one plate. I have read this particular board in one of the shops. There is a saying in Marathi that goes, कावळ्याच्या शापाने गाय मरत नाही. Actually, it means those who are real culprits cannot frame innocence for long. But in one of the short story, it was translated as, crow cannot curse a cow. Literal translation. So wrong. Can never do that. Another similar example, तुझ्या जिभेला काही हाड नाही का? We say that, which actually means control your tongue, control your words. But it was translated in one of the short story collection. It was written like, have you no bone in your tongue? How bad. Just imagine if a foreigner reads this, he would really keep thinking whether the tongue has a bone or not. Actually it doesn't, but he would really keep thinking what exactly the meaning gives out. Narova Kunjaruva. This is not in Marathi, of course, it is a Sanskrit saying which means there is no point in details. There is no point going in the details as if. And it was translated as maybe a man or might be an elephant. What type of difficulty people would have in understanding? Just imagine. Before ending, let us move on to two examples, one of which is from one of the oldest Marathi serial, that is Chimanrao Gundia Bhau. This was one of the oldest Marathi serial on our black and white television, and in which one of the episodes, Mr. Chimanrao, he writes a sick leave letter to one of his higher officials in British India, and the sentence he writes is, I cannot come to work today as my eyes have come. I will come to work when my eyes are gone. Actually the meaning is, माझे डोळे आले आहेत म्हणून मी येऊ शकत नाही, te gele ki mi yein. This particular example was given in a funny way just for us to understand that literal translation is wrong. Because the actual meaning of this particular sentence is, I have got conjunctivitis, not that my eyes have come, but I am suffering through conjunctivitis, and therefore once they are done with it, I will definitely rejoin office, resume my work. So this is the actual meaning, but to give a comical effect, it was added in this particular pattern. Another example of a sick leave letter by celebrated writer, Marathi writer P.L. Deshpande. Yes, Pula Deshpande, who has also recollected how in his young days they had to write totally weird letters to their British bosses and just to ask for leaves. For example, if someone wanted a leave for Shraddha, that is death anniversary, then they had to say, as tomorrow my dead father is coming to visit me in the form of a Brahmin whom I have to feed, I have to take leave tomorrow. Just imagine what the British officer would feel after reading this. He would definitely be afraid of everything. So, such are the joys of living in translation. So, these are the two examples which told us literal translation is wrong. However, we still continue after so many years, we still continue speaking wrong English by making use of literal translation. And therefore, the take home message is, think in English, not in English English. Think in English, not in English English, and present your matter either in writing or in speaking. That's it from my side, and thank you. Bye and namaste.